So far, 8 people watching, which is pretty dope. We have just
I went down to 6.
Down to 6?
Damn.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Fuck those 2 people who just fucking left. We got Andre. Mikey is on his way. He's coming from work.
Wait,
and,
go to the mic again. Look, see, he's right. This is where he would be. He's
That
not
is-
there though.
Yeah,
Just pretend.
I don't know where he's at right now.
We can
I think he's
fix
off.
it in post.
Fix it in post. You know how much of a pain in the ass it'd be to insert Michael into that seat for 45
I
minutes?
mean, it's just how hard you choose to make it.
True.
Like you can just do it really shittily, and he's still there.
Okay, so today is May 30th, 2020, and if you're an American right now and you're paying attention to the news and you don't live under a rock, it's pretty apparent that a lot of shit is hitting the fan in a lot of different
So
cities.
much shit. So
Oh,
much
dude, I
shit.
don't even know where to start. I guess we could start with George Floyd,
Okay.
the man, the myth, the legend.
Well, damn.
I just saw a post. I don't know how. It probably is true because there are some
you-
actual links to it.
The post I'm thinking about, is it like
What post? Like who he was?
yeah, what he might have
What he might have-
appeared in?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he might have been a porn star, I mean,
Might
which
have
is
been a porn
fine.
star,
No,
yeah.
no shaming there, but that's just like wow, another face.
It's just like there's another aspect to this
Yeah,
that nobody was really nobody knew about to consider. You know.
All right, we got a Skull Raider 52 says
Dope.
nice stash, dude.
thank
Dude,
you.
his stash is pretty killer right
And
now.
then
like
Waffle Cheetah says shave that pedo stash.
What? It's
Don't
two,
listen-
two aisles.
Don't listen to Waffen Cedar. He deadass has a buzz
Bro.
cut. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, so this man, George Floyd, was killed by a cop. Video was what, like 8 minutes long, and
Shit.
for a good 90% of it, cop had his knee on this guy's neck, and he was complaining the whole time that he was dying.
Yeah.
Couldn't breathe. I mean, there's no way anybody can watch that and not be like, yeah, that's
Murder.
clearly murder. Very wrong. I mean, fuck. I remember watching it, like watching it earlier this week and thinking, yeah, that's really fucked up.
I mean, you know what's interesting though? I wasn't surprised. Like it's not like
Yeah, I wasn't
a shock
surprised either.
anymore. School
Yeah.
shootings and black people killings,
Mm-hmm.
not a surprise anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because it really, a lot of the shit right now, it's not necessarily as surprising as you think it would be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like if I told this shit to myself a year ago, it's like it'd probably be hard for me to accept it at first. You're like, oh, is that really gonna happen? Like I don't believe you, but it wouldn't be that far fetched of an
I
idea.
don't know. I feel like everybody is surprised.
maybe at the riots.
Maybe the riots.
Yeah,
I think the
I
riots
think
are
the
more
reaction
everybody's
surprising.
like really pissed off.
Yeah, this time it's certainly different. Feels different than even
feels-
the last time. Or I guess that wasn't. No, I mean I was gonna think about Ahmed Arbery, but that's like that was an ex-cop,
Right.
so it doesn't. Maybe it's
I don't know all
the
the I
same.
don't know all the facts about that one,
yeah.
but it definitely feels bigger than any sort of outrage has before. I mean, I don't necessarily
Fuck,
know
man.
why. You know, maybe this is really the last straw. I think part of it you can attribute to the internet. I mean, the internet is probably about as big as it's ever been.
Huh.
I don't know. There's a lot.
I
There's
don't know
just
about the internet. I mean, when.
I mean, like think about like back in the '90s when there was the LA riots.
Yeah.
Like people were only able to experience that on television.
TV. Yeah.
Now people are on their
whatever they
phones.
feed you.
Yeah, whatever they
Yeah.
feed you is what you get.
Yeah.
But now on the internet, you're getting constant
Like
coverage.
everyone has a
Harvey.
phone now.
Yeah.
Mikey's here.
Oh shit.
Okay,
All
you
right.
came here quick.
Coming in. It's an event. It's the man himself. Whoa, he has food. Cool.
Out of there, Mike.
What's up? Oh, you know.
And you just finished being a waiter for a sushi restaurant?
Yeah, I did.
Holy fuck, you dress so fucking nice.
It's literally just these are literally the jeans that I skate in, and this is a black button-up.
It's so nice.
That's all it
So
is.
nice.
Yeah, and these sunglasses.
Let me go wash my hands. Yeah, go for it.
Damn.
He's here. For whoever was asking. But,
Oh
what
my
were we
gosh.
talking about?
Okay, we got
Internet,
neocons
right? Yeah.
and USA pseudo-liberals who support Hong Kong protests where people raided stores and destroyed a lot of property but are still anti. This are hypocrites.
What? Oh, people who
wait,
supported
I
Hong
get
Kong,
what
yeah.
he's saying. So
People who supported Hong Kong but don't support, like the riots and the looting happened in Hong Kong, but aren't
yeah.
supportive of what's happening
That's.
here.
I feel like that's like the.
I agree.
The right. The almost like the. I mean,
It's not really right wing. It's. I mean, I think all right, like really right wing people are gonna see this as that.
Yeah.
You know, like they're like, oh, it's clearly wrong. Some people in the middle are gonna be obviously mixed.
Mix. Well, yeah. That is the middle.
Yeah, exactly. But I agree. Yeah, people who thought that
and
Hong Kong
I
was all
support
fucked up.
both. I mean, we should give guns to the Hong Kongians. That'd be more interesting. Or
What are
maybe
the-
I don't know.
What are the riots like there right now? Because I mean,
I don't
I'm
even
sure,
know.
I'm sure COVID
bro.
really just stumped the shit out of that.
Yeah. I mean, they like I forget what they did over there. They passed something that like officially made America take control.
Something like that.
And then also America now sees, instead of seeing Hong Kong as an independent trading bloc, it
Yeah.
sees it as part of China. So that's going to affect a lot actually.
Okay.
So like trade relations with China are also like the policy applies to Hong Kong as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's nuts.
I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. Actually,
Yeah.
I knew that they were going on, but I
Yeah.
know a lot.
I mean, there's obviously parallels though.
Yeah. Fuck, man. So, what is your interpretation of the riots?
I
right
mean,
now?
it's so weird because you're seeing these things about how they were peaceful at first, and then like fucking
They escalate.
No, like someone else is escalating them. Not even like
right.
the whatever that
Right.
cop with
Undercover
the
cop, the gas mask.
yeah, and
umbrella.
then just like fucking leaving bricks outside of a building.
Yeah.
That's just weird as hell. Like there's video of that. There's like video actually like, oh bro, bricks.
Did you see the? Sorry, go ahead.
I mean, well, think about it. If there was like, if someone else put, like, I feel like if it was protesters who want to throw bricks, they would just bring their brick, right? I don't know, like they bring your own brick.
Is there like brick etiquette for protests?
I feel like leaving it on the sidewalk is too formal and organized. Even like this is so weird. And then also the video of cops destroying the movie theater.
Yeah. Boy, I have not seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
No,
I
that's
think that was
fucked
on that one Instagram. The
Scobo guy.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really fucked up. But I know what you're talking about. I saw the video, kind of informed on as to.
Yeah, I think
general idea.
something's. I mean, it's as always with all these global events, something's behind it, and I don't know. You can't fucking tell.
Right.
Yeah.
Austin
so
Tudor
much-
says, "Look at the fucking weeb using his chopsticks."
It's sushi, bro.
I can't eat with chopsticks. I have to use a fork.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're not too hard. They're not too
pretty
bad.
hard.
I don't think they would have hired me at the sushi
Yo,
restaurant.
Andre, it's racist that you don't use chopsticks,
It's
bro.
not. No, well, I use
No,
them. I
I'm
just
kidding.
I just poke it.
Just kidding.
You guys want a piece?
No, I'm
What's
good. I'm good. I already ate.
I'm good actually.
Alright.
I don't eat sushi.
You mean? You don't eat
That's
sushi?
fucked
I
up.
know.
That's not
You actually don't eat sushi?
I mean, I should. No, yeah, I don't.
this on?
Because
Fuck.
I always get like fucking something else when I go to sushi.
Hello? There you go. It's on.
Oh, okay.
It's on. But yeah, that video, dude. I also saw when they were walking around the corner, like towards the side of the auto zone.
Yeah, that guy was just breaking the windows.
He was breaking the windows and like, hey, yo, dude, are you a
Free-
cop? And he just starts walking away.
Yeah.
You know, and then they walk by the door and spray painted on the door. It says
Free
like something
shit
like free
inside.
shit
Yeah.
inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's free shit here. And it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I don't know.
What the fuck is really happening here?
Oh, apparently someone apparently they were shooting on the strip.
Shooting
On the strip.
like rubber or fuck.
I just heard shooting.
I know
got a
you
text.
haven't
You heard
seen-
shooting?
He didn't hear. He heard from other
of
people
it,
that
heard
there
of
was
it.
shooting.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you haven't checked out my Instagram story, Mikey, but there was fucking there was a guy who I don't know if he's a neo-Nazi or if he's alt right or whatever. He's definitely right wing, right?
Oh, the guy you showed me earlier today.
Dude,
Did I show you?
He has an interesting clover
Bald
leaf
dude?
tattoo.
Bald dude said he was going to go to the protests and armed and ready to defend himself.
Yeah, you showed me that dude earlier. Is that the guy who like calls on other people in the area?
No.
Different
That's
guy?
different. That's different. There's an actual video of a guy here in Vegas who said, yeah, they're going over to the container park today at 7 p.m. and I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna be armed and I'm gonna fucking. I encourage other people to come and come with me and defend the city or whatever.
Fun. Who's offending anymore?
I don't know.
Dude, all these paramilitary groups are gonna come out now and they're already like confronting the National Guard because there is these like large people they're kind of just like hermits, and they're waiting for the day that for everything like hit the fan, and this is kind of close to that. Yeah, because dude, and they're on both sides. So there's neo-Nazi paramilitary groups, and there's like an Antifa, or not even Antifa,
not
but
really. It's like people in between.
Yeah, just anti-government dudes, and just like the guy.
People like Waffenseeder.
Yeah. do you own a gun?
He does. He owns an M1911. Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
A badass gun. Right?
That's like the starter pistol.
Yeah.
Dude, what other guns do you have?
I'll probably answer, but yeah. So that dude Scobo, who I shared, and I said this guy has nonstop coverage of the riots. That dude is a part of something. I knew about this because Robbie sort of shared it with me, like what it is. Something called the Boogaloo, which is like a group of people who it's basically a nickname for like the Second Civil War.
Oh god.
So these people, yeah, I know. It's really fucking.
Electric Boogaloo.
What's Electric Boogaloo? What's
Civil War II Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, are you trying to tell me you're a fucking film major and you don't know what Electric Boogaloo is?
I genuinely don't know.
That's like whenever you make a sequel, it's the Electric Boogaloo.
Oh.
Because there's a movie, one of the shittiest movies of all time. What's the full name of the movie?
I don't know. I just know the meme.
There's this super shitty dance movie. Oh shit!
I've never fucking heard of this.
There's a super shitty dance
Wait,
movie. It's
was he
called
not
like Step
talking
It Up
before?
or something.
Oh.
And then they came out with a second one called like Dance It Up 2 Electric Boogaloo. And it is one of the shittiest movies you will ever see. Like at one point, two people are fucking on the ceiling because they're flying.
Wow.
Yo.
The main premise of the movie is that they have to dance their way, like they have to basically dance the government away.
That doesn't sound so
because
bad.
they're trying to destroy a
What the fuck?
They're trying to destroy a
it's-
recreation center.
Okay. Well,
It's a dog
Dance
shit
the
movie.
government. We should do that.
Movie doesn't sound good. We should dance the government away.
Yeah.
Shit.
Just-
Well, I
just like
gotta get
default
some
dance,
moves first.
Or I mean, just you don't have
Breaking
to.
2? Is that what it's called?
What's up?
Breaking 2?
Yeah, I don't know.
Electric
Just look up
Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
Exalted Orbs says, I wish I was that piece of sushi.
Damn.
Okay.
But anyways, they call it the Boogaloo. All these people are like paramilitary groups.
Yeah.
They're like all their social media platforms is all about preparing for the Second Civil War. And so now that all this shit is happening, shit is hitting the fan, they are taking such hardcore advantage of this shit. Like they're all trying to get ready for this shit, and it's worrisome because it's like if this shit escalates into something close to a civil war, like
I mean,
it could end up being really fucking bad.
I feel like anti-government sentiment is slowly just like getting into mainstream, just like
It is,
Ted K
yeah.
shit or just like anything similar
Mm-hmm.
is like so, like because I know about it and like fucking if I know about it, even other
Yeah,
people are gonna know
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
And also like people are calling this like a race war, which is like
No,
because
I don't think
there's
it's a
definitely
race war.
white people with.
Yeah.
And even like those paramilitary guys are getting a lot of respect for fucking who would you otherwise would think they're fucking they're racist, but they're
some paramilitary people who are just clearly very white skinned, like ginger looking people. They're armed and they're armored.
and that's cool to see in a way.
And they're like, yo, I'm just here, I'm protecting people. I'm trying to make sure no cops fuck with these guys. I was like, all right, that's cool. Cool, I'm glad people are uniting.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
I mean, there's the whole issue of like violence, right?
Yeah.
Are the riots justified?
Oh, that's the
'Cause, like,
big
people
debate
are-
right now.
Giving out fucking MLK quotes, this and that, and then an MLK quote to counter another MLK quote, like fucking you heard that?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
riots are language of the unheard, and like the fact that we just
Yo, Nobi.
What's up?
Chat wants to know what it was like. Were there a lot of cop cars?
Who's asking?
I think Sohil.
Okay.
Says, ask Nobi how fast 12 came to the strip.
Well, I was
There was
there
a lot
after.
of cars from what I saw in his story.
Yeah, I was there after. So, for those of you who don't know, I went to one of the protests here in Vegas yesterday on Friday, so May 29th. And I showed up after the cops were already there. Like, the protest started at 2. I had some shit to do. I showed up at like 4:30. And the cops were already there, and they were blocking off huge sections of the strip. And like you can't really get in. Like they'll block you off and shit. And the protest was just always moving. Like they were just moving from place to place. The cops were following them, blocking off new areas. So that's so.
I mean, what are they like? Fucking! I saw them just shouting at a bridge for a good while. They're just because I don't. Is there? I feel like I would protest at a precinct.
Who is yelling at? The protesters were
No, I mean,
yelling at a bridge?
They were just under a bridge, and they're. I mean, maybe the cops were there too, but the cops were probably there. But
was it later in the day? Was it?
It was
late
like daytime.
Was it daytime?
daytime.
Was it like sunset? Because there was the reason why I'm asking is because
It was just a video.
The protests they were at this one fucking I wish I knew the name of the fucking crossroads. It's the road that leads you into Trump Tower. They're right at the crossroads right there.
Yeah.
And they were there for a little while. Cops came.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
There was a few scares where people thought they were throwing tear gas. They didn't. But that shit's terrifying, dude. When everybody starts running like that, and they just start running, like massive amounts of people just start running, just your adrenaline kicks in. You're like, all right, what's the plan here? Is it safe if I stay here and just keep on? Because I was filming.
You gotta go in like, if you're really gonna go out there, you gotta go in like real gear, like freaking bring a traffic cone and gloves. You know what they do with traffic cones?
They put them over the.
Yeah. So put them over and then just let them explode.
It's a good idea.
Good idea.
Wizard.
So they moved from one area, they moved down, and they kept moving down this road, and I didn't keep up with them because I was filming the cops. They were walking up and down the street, and they were gradually they got more and more armored as they kept walking down the street. Eventually we caught up with them, and we couldn't get to them at first. Like they were under a bridge, and a bunch of cops were just closing it off. I was like, okay, well, I can't really get any footage from here, so whatever. I'll just film as much as I can from this angle. Maybe I can get a little closer. This cop on a motorcycle comes up. I showed Mikey the footage, too. The cop on the motorcycle comes up, rolls over to us. There's like 20 people all just looking from like across the street, including myself. And this dude's like, hey, can you guys do me a favor? Can you guys just go up to the bridge? Like the bridge. And it's a bridge that like basically connects with where the protest is at. And I'm like, I don't know why he's not asking us to turn around and leave, but okay.
They want you to protest. I mean,
so
you're right.
Right. So we went up to the bridge. I started filming some more. There's other people filming up there with like actual cameras and shit.
Yeah.
There's people at the bottom of the escalator. We had to go up like the little elevators inside those little bridges at the strip to get up there. And then more police started coming down. I'm pretty sure they're actually SWAT. I'm not too certain.
Shit.
But they came over and they're like, okay, we need you guys to move. And I was like, all right, well, we'll just go back down the elevator and we'll leave. And they're like, no, it's actually safer if you guys go over the protest. Come over this way. And we're like, okay.
Oh, neat.
So we started walking over across the bridge, went down the stairs, and we were like right in the middle of the protest.
Bro,
like,
doesn't it feel like it's not real? Are you really protesting? It's like, oh, here, come. Protest me.
So they said they were telling
you're protesting against them, and they're telling you to protest.
That's why it was so bizarre at first. But the more I thought about it, it made sense. They're like, "Oh, it's for your own safety." And I'm like, it's really being where the mob is, and where all the fucking shit is gonna go down. Clearly, isn't safe for anybody. Yeah. So I interpret him saying that as being it's safer for the security guards.
I mean, that's
not to have stragglers and stuff.
Metro here, like. Have you had run-ins with the cops and like? No. Is there?
I've never been pulled over.
I mean, we're not black.
I've been pulled over like once.
And like, how was it?
I joked about like committing a crime, and the dude was like, "Just get these, like, just go."
Okay, well, we're also not black, right? But even like my colored friends, like they were seemingly like they didn't have too many problems, and he had like a really ghetto car.
What do you mean?
Like, well, I said colored. Fuck, people of color.
Sohail said that they don't like. what colored is more offensive than people of color? I think Sohail said that.
I think
Yeah.
colored
So-
people.
so-
No,
like,
it is. It is.
Talk to it back
It is.
then.
Sohail told me that.
I meant to say person of color.
person of color. Okay.
Yeah. Either way.
Colored.
So you said they're not as what?
I mean, not just like. I feel like it's less of a problem here than it may be in like East Coast states.
Yeah, I don't think the cops. I mean, I haven't done research of police abuse here in our city, but at least when I was there, the cops didn't seem nearly as bad. Like they were being very polite. I think I already told you that.
Yeah.
I mean, they were being very polite, but they weren't being as like fucked up as they are.
Dude, like some of these fucking
videos.
videos that like you see the video where it's like the giddy, he's like giddy to fucking shoot someone.
Yeah,
God,
I've seen
that shit's so
Yeah, I saw that
retarded.
shit.
He had I think he had a rubber bullets gun.
Yeah, it was. It looked like a paintball gun.
Yeah.
Or,
But he was like,
it wasn't a paintball
oh
gun.
boy, I'm gonna shoot some people.
Yeah, I saw this shit.
He
I
was
saw
happy.
Another video.
There's like 2 videos of him, and there's
There's
one
2?
where he actually shoots someone because someone told him to go fuck himself, and the cop with the gun shot him. It's like, damn.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
so
we need
fun-
to
so fucking
radically
crazy.
restructure how we need to demilitarize police, probably.
But can we really? I don't think that's.
can't
I
take
don't
it
think
back.
That's possible.
You can't-
They already have it. They're
They
gonna
already
fight
have
for
it. True, and they're connected to the.
I think. I mean, I hear
Because
some
like
people talk
there's
about it.
I mean, I've just read on it that like just having the training
Mhm.
means you're gonna use it
Mhm.
instead of like we should be focusing more on de-escalation.
De-escalation
just
training.
If you're a cop, like the way I saw it described, you don't want to go to a doctor whose main specialty is to euthanize.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Of
Like,
course.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
he's gonna know what he does best, and that's euthanizing. It's
Right.
like-
Which is fucking terrible. It's fucking
and
awful.
like that's like if that's all that the cops know how to do is just use aggressive force and have the equipment to do so.
Mhm.
That's all they're gonna do.
But that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
So that's a
and
good argument for demilitarizing.
Yeah.
I think that's.
I mean, in addition, cops are always around crime. You know, like all they see is people who don't like them. You know, the worst in people. It's like I can't imagine having that job. You know, being a human being is already flawed, and not becoming jaded from that. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's a complicated subject. But I mean, like, how long is the training too? Training's like what?
I don't know.
It's like I heard somebody say it was 6 months. I haven't researched it, but I heard
6
it's
months.
6 months, and it takes like 7 years to become a lawyer. You know, so it's like people
Probably not as fleshed out.
not as fleshed out as it should be.
Right. I see what you're saying. So
You know.
it's just like.
I think they say even like to become a barber, the time it takes to go to like a barber school and
That's
like get all the
nuts.
certificate and shit takes longer than it takes to become a cop.
Hmm.
That's how it was when we were doing speech and debate. I haven't done research on it since, but I remember that as being a fact
Yeah.
back then. I don't know if that's changed, but if the amount of time it takes to train our officers is still like less than a year, I don't think it's enough time. You know, those people are enforcing laws.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think of fucking? I've seen arguments of people. Let's teach cops martial arts, like jujitsu.
Oh, like
Or
in
stuff
Japan,
like
in
that.
Japan.
Instead of guns.
Well, maybe not. I don't know if it's a
Not here in
direct
the US.
replacement. No, we're always gonna have guns here.
Yeah.
But like in Japan, I guess they do that, right? They have martial arts.
I mean, that makes sense. If you
Or
think
even
about
in
it.
England, they don't. The cops don't have guns.
They have like batons in
Yeah.
England.
Yeah,
They have batons in England.
like
think so.
the regular cops just don't carry guns.
Okay. I mean, maybe, you know, we just really try and
Yeah, but then it's also like you can't respond to a situation that's occurring.
But like also those countries also don't have like the already established notion because like America already has the establishing that hey our cops are kind of assholes.
yeah. Well, it's true. And other people do have guns here, so okay,
Yeah.
it makes more sense in England for cops not to have guns because the civilians have pretty
Mhm.
like they don't have guns either. So who knows? I mean, maybe don't take guns away. Maybe
It's-
not, or have less guns. Does a highway cop need a gun?
probably. Oh no, I don't
You
think
shoot
so.
out a tire.
He's getting away. Shoot the tire.
I don't know, man. It's
I don't. They don't need it. They need maybe a speed gun,
they already have speed guns.
Yeah.
I mean,
but like that's it. I don't
Pretty
know.
much. I think a good start, right, is firstly putting this guy in jail or whatever sentence he's gonna get, which he's obviously gonna get. There's no way that this guy's fucked for life.
This guy could potentially get out.
No, I mean,
Like
Dude,
back in the past.
dude, if he does, people are gonna lose their.
I mean,
shit.
that's why like they arrested him in the fucking first place, man. Because just to
He would have
tone down the
if it
riots.
wasn't for the riots. Yeah, this guy would have
Yeah.
totally gotten out scot free. Like
Think
they
so?
would have put him on
Totally,
they would have put him on
totally.
paid leave for like 6 months. They'd be like, welcome back. to
yeah,
the
let's
force
agree
in 6
that
months.
the riots are at least effective.
Nothing would have happened if it wasn't for the riots.
True. It was definitely effective in getting attention. I mean, this is huge attention.
I mean, do you think? I was thinking about something the other day. I mean, do we protest too much? Is because a protest is just like it's so commonplace now. We protest over any and like the
fucking
like when we protested in the '60s and shit. It was like, wow, look at all these people protesting. This is unique. This is
Mhm.
an event. But like every other day, we're just protesting, and we're not like putting a real value on.
So you think
Protest.
protests are losing their value?
Yeah, totally. Because then it's like protest. It's become you saw that like Pepsi commercial fucking with Kylie Jenner. It's now
Yeah.
like it's fun to go to a protest.
Yeah.
It shouldn't. I mean, it shouldn't be.
I mean,
That's like all there really is to do in the country because like nothing else really works. Because I mean,
Yeah.
like you can't lobby for like the government to do anything because they're gonna side with the cops. You know, the police departments are always gonna give their own police officers like passes whenever they do anything.
I mean, maybe
wrong.
there's a way to. You can organize and lobby. Like people, like it's not just companies that can lobby. It's like I feel like there's.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
not sure.
but a lobbying company is definitely effective.
Yeah.
More effective.
Yeah, exactly.
More money.
Yeah, true.
All right, Waffen Cedar says, what if someone they pull over has a gun?
well, yeah.
gives a fuck?
All right. Well,
They're
there's a
using
few
it against-
videos of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
There's a few videos I've seen.
Like
some
a
videos
highway
like that.
cop.
I think
Yeah.
a good place to start.
That's
with
why I'm not saying
fixing-
anything definitive.
Yeah.
Because it's still like going back in my mind.
A good place to start with fixing cops is just, I think, lengthening their training time. I mean,
Yeah, totally.
more quality, more quantity of training. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it just needs to be more fleshed out, like you said.
Or
Mikey.
negotiating tactics.
Negotiating tactics.
I think a big thing with why like cops are so kind of fucked up is because like a lot of the like good cops who are like actually there to like enforce the law and do all this good shit, a lot of them kind of stay silent on their more fucked up counterparts.
Sure.
like,
yeah.
Because
A lot of people have been saying that.
maybe like
yeah.
what like maybe 5% of cops are bad and 95. You have this like silent
Maybe it's
95
like
majority.
a hierarchy thing. Because you notice the way in the video those other cops they didn't really challenge him, and it could have been because he's above them.
A higher up.
So I don't know, like how the hell are you gonna fix a hierarchy? Maybe the cops that really fucking do shit, they influence the people below them to do even.
Dude, that
worse
video
stuff.
is still weird. I remember seeing a guy analyzing it, and he was saying when the ambulance came, the
Oh, they
people
were
who
just
came
cops?
out, they were just cops. There was no EMT workers or
Strange.
anything. It was just people who came out with body armor or bulletproof vest. Bulletproof vest, and they were the ones who put them on the stretcher and shit. And they took them.
It's so weird.
It's weird, right? It's fucking weird.
They're busting.
There's a lot of there's a lot of weird stuff.
Did you hear that this guy George Floyd and the guy who killed him,
Yeah,
forget
they
his name,
were-
worked at the
they-
same place.
They had co-shifts.
Yeah, at the same
So-
nightclub. So weird.
Weird.
It's like, what the fuck, dude? I don't know. That's why I appreciate the internet, because I don't see like CNN or anybody bringing that shit up.
No,
Like,
they
that
never
shit-
bring up
no.
stuff that's like anything remotely conspiracy. Like even if it's like as merit.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Pretty
Does it have
much.
to be?
Fuck it. It's just such a complicated subject. Like I don't even know where to start sometimes. I mean, part of it is just like we're all fucking animals. Like we're all human beings. We're all super fucking flawed. There's no way anything's gonna work perfect 100%
Oh yeah,
of the time.
true.
Like things are just gonna have to go wrong because we're just doomed to make mistakes. Like we're just doomed.
Yeah.
And I think people have to understand that. Like I don't think you can really truly.
But is that a mistake though?
What
Is
do you
that
mean?
like really kneeling on someone for?
I agree. No,
9
that's
minutes?
totally fucked up. Like that's totally
Yeah.
fucked up, right? But it's like
Right. I think you can totally mitigate mistakes and like fucking. Cause like okay, yeah, he got nervous and shit and shot his gun,
Mhm.
but there's a way you can train that out of him. People, I mean, you train that out of SEALs, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think there's a way to maybe have that happen less, but I mean, we still have to expect mistakes to happen, you know, and then respond appropriately, just because mistakes happen doesn't mean we shouldn't fucking like not protest and just accept it as being what it is. But
It's interesting.
I mean, there's just a lot to consider. You know, it's not as complicated as just saying it's racism. I guarantee you that's a part of it.
It's class.
But it's
classism.
There's just so much that goes into it. I mean, human beings are so endlessly flawed. It's hard to know even where to start. I mean, like even these protests are they're very similar to ones that have already happened. You know, these riots. Like it almost seems, you know, the phrase history repeats. I mean, it's clearly true. We're seeing stuff happen over and over again. It's all in this 1 year. I mean, coronavirus, the fucking now clearly the riots. It's Here's
an idea. How about like, is this gonna fix? I was thinking about how like we constantly go between as a society, our attention going from different problems that we never fix them. Mm-hmm. Like say if there was to happen to be a shooting right now, then everybody would just focus on gun rights, and then say 2 weeks later something fucking like another event that causes political discussion.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it is the government like just not really fixing things, more compromising. Because like in the 60s when they were protesting, they're like, all right, you guys want some rights? Here's a few of them. All right, we're moving on, and they moved on to the next fucking thing.
Really?
Moved on to like Vietnam or some shit. Like, you know, like nowadays they're probably like, what's the big fucking deal? You know, we arrested the cop, you know, everything's fine. Why are you guys still rioting? Like, what's going on here?
I mean, that's what they think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's just because like what's going on in the world, you know?
What do you mean?
Like nobody's got anything fucking better to do.
Oh, right.
Everyone's
There's a lot more people out because there's
unemployment. Yeah.
Unemployment. Yeah.
You know, everything's canceled.
That's true.
People are just
dude.
fucking boiling in their homes right now. Everybody's pissed the fuck off.
Dude, that's fucking true. Yeah. So
I mean,
we
the
totally
goddamn
missed
virus
that,
is
Andre.
killing
When we were talking
Americans every day. Everybody just wants a break.
When we were talking about why this shit is blown up so much, I can guarantee you part of it is because of the internet, but another big part is because people. I mean,
we have nothing else.
Our society is just
bored.
The perfect opportunity for this to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody has. I mean, not nobody. A good portion of people don't have jobs. A good portion of people are just bored, angry. You know.
At home.
Yeah, I mean, people who. I mean, especially, I feel bad for the small business owners who like have suffered through Corona, and now it's just like they're just fucked. You know.
Like I'm okay like with the riots and everything, like sure, like you know, like small business owners, they really shouldn't be getting any of it. I don't like
oh yeah,
higher
maybe
upper
like
chains,
Target.
When he's in
Fuck
Target, I mean,
Target, bro.
Sure,
Like,
that sucks. Sure, I like shopping at Target, but like,
who gives a fuck about Target?
Like
Yeah.
they can recover.
Yeah.
And like
They're
the
fucking
precinct,
multi-million-dollar.
burning the precinct.
Oh, dude,
down,
I'm down with the
down with
precinct.
that.
Yeah, fuck
that
the
was
precinct.
cool. That was some cool.
That
shit.
was like a good idea because everyone was talking about it. Well, why didn't we burn the precinct? And everyone did that the day after, and then like one in Brooklyn, and it's kind of like spreading.
Yeah,
which is like that's a good.
Moral of the story.
I
is
agree.
Just fuck Target and Wendy's, right?
Yeah, fuck it,
fuck them, dude.
Yeah.
bro. I need these 200 Energizer batteries. Oh, did you see the picture where they had a mall train?
Yeah,
They're running around. That's so cool.
I did. I posted that on
love that.
my story. Dude, I've seen so many fucking crazy videos coming out. I showed Mikey this one where they fucking hijacked a construction vehicle and we're just driving it down the sidewalk. Just down the sidewalk.
Nuts.
At what point do we realize when the country is literally just like one action away from really being just GTA 5 online? Like when do we get to? Because that's some real GTA shit.
I was talking to you, Mikey, about when Corona was first starting. We were saying, how do we know when like an apocalypse is coming? And I said something like, when the crime rates start to skyrocket and start to go up. I mean, I don't know. I think we'll be able to feel it, you know.
I don't think we're at an apocalypse. I think people are just getting more creative.
We're not. I don't think we're at an apocalypse. I don't think we're anywhere near an apocalypse. But if an apocalypse is coming, this is how it would start.
Crime?
You know?
Is this violent? Would this be categorized as a violent offender? Because they broke an object and not a person.
What do you mean? Like
Yeah, what do you mean?
window or something? Or?
Yeah, like because that's what people are saying. Like we're placing too much value on things and economic. Like economic value has a precedence over real value, real emotional value. If that means like we're just such a as a society we value things more than people. We use people and we value things.
Right. Yeah,
That's like I watched this minimalist documentary. I was like, it was mind blowing. Like that, it went into a lot of things,
I mean,
but like it talked about that specifically.
we are a super materialistic nation.
Yeah,
America
yeah.
is super materialistic.
Yeah, I mean,
That's, like, all
that's
it
not
is.
news to anyone, but like just
But like way more than others. Like, you know, like a lot of it is like, you know, screwing people up to get up the corporate ladder. Like all this like really retarded shit.
But I'm just saying like things. Just
Things?
Things.
I saw a post like that.
We
earlier,
love
too. Yeah.
things.
Yeah, we fucking do, dude.
Yeah, I don't want someone to break like my goddamn car window.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, like we have too many things. We should have less things and value them more.
Wizard.
Yeah.
Arm yourselves before it's too late.
Arm yourself. Yeah.
Maybe.
If things escalate even more, which wouldn't surprise me,
It'd be cool to own a Chris Vector.
a Vector.
Damn.
You serious?
Yeah, just like one of these submachine guns from Call of Duty. I think about that, man.
Jesus.
They're like, okay, guns
Oh
are
my
like, oh
God.
no, guns, they can kill people, but like, they're sick as fuck though.
Dude, I'd be fucking dude, I'd be terrified if I saw you walking down the street
No,
with a fucking
well,
Vector.
yeah.
Dude,
I'd
I'd
be
be
like, that kid's not
Oh
fucking
yeah, I shit
around.
my pants, bro. A Vector?
Like
A
a
Vector
Chris
would be pretty
Vector,
sick.
man. Fucking.
Dude, if somebody broke into your house, you
With a
better be
Vector?
good at reloading, because that shit's gonna be out in like 2 seconds.
oh yeah, it's
Like,
fast as fuck.
But they're probably not gonna be there when you're done.
Yeah.
if you don't miss,
yeah.
or if you do.
Can't believe I said that, but you know.
Nah, dude, if I were to get like a submachine, I'd get like a UMP or some shit.
Yeah, UMP is not a
UMP,
bad
that's
option.
like, I don't know.
It's like
That's just like
UMP-45.
this old person, or not? It's not old person, but it's like
Navy
the form of it. It's just like it's like it's a bottom, man.
It's a
You think
bot
so?
gun.
It's
It's
a
a real
bottom gun. If it were to have sex with another gun,
Damn.
that'd be the
kinda-
bottom.
Damn, no,
Like okay, like
I don't agree.
P90,
I don't agree.
P90. That's a top gun. That gun
Okay,
fucks
fair
other
enough,
guns.
Fair enough.
But like MP5 is like I don't know in the middle. It's like the standard submachine gun.
What about like an MP40?
Oh, that shit's like way at the top,
Okay.
man. That shit's sick. I remember playing World at War and like just picking that up instead of using the Russian gun.
Guns can't fuck each other, number one.
Huh?
Guns can't fuck
each other.
Yeah, well, if they could.
He's
Okay.
being figurative, dumbass.
Yeah, man.
Joke. It's a joke.
Whatever.
Y'all.
Anyways,
Oh fuck, dude.
as a-
George Floyd. Rip
Yeah.
George Floyd, dude. Fucking George Floyd.
Top
I
10
saw a
shittiest
video-
ways to die.
Saw a video of him where he was talking about like this generation's youth. He seemed like he had a pretty good head on his shoulders.
Yeah, he was
Dude,
talking
okay.
about how like he wanted like
Fuck.
kids to get out of the ghetto
Yeah.
and
Man.
like grow up to be like good
He had,
people.
there's such a good message behind that video. It sucks that he fucking died, dude.
yeah, I mean, fucking.
Surprised Twitter didn't try to cancel.
What?
him.
What even? Like there was like a counterfeit bill. He wasn't expecting to die that day.
Of course, yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh man.
I wonder how the store owner feels. Because
What do you mean, the
Call the
nightclub owner?
cops.
Nightclub owner?
No, the guy who like said his bill is counterfeit.
I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, if he hadn't have done that, there would be like, okay, no one would be dead. There wouldn't be a bunch of fucking riots if he hadn't have done that. Maybe I don't know.
Are people talking about that guy? Like,
Dude,
are
isn't that
people going after
fucking-
that
No,
guy?
no one's going after him. No one's going after him. I'm just thinking how he feels about
You think
it.
he's like shaking in his boots? Like,
Dude,
to the point
there's
where
no
it's
way
just-
he's not getting shit.
There's like, I mean,
There's no way.
maybe he's getting shit, but he's got a lot of guilt though. I'm just saying he must like feel the guilt.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Maybe
he
he's racist.
single-handedly is causing all of America to crumble.
Dude, maybe.
Yeah,
He's
I mean
racist.
the cop too, right? But like, I guess he didn't mean to do it. No, he didn't. There was no ill intention,
Right.
Obviously, but
What
like,
what if it's all conspiracy? What if like the store owner and like the police like officer who
Could
like
be.
killed him?
could be.
What if
Yes.
they're both like Boogaloo boys?
But
And
they're the
this is how
Boogaloo
they're gonna
boys.
start it. This is how they're gonna
You
start
think
it.
they're Boogaloo boys?
Okay, so that's what I was thinking about. Like, there's like people. There's like
People who wanted this shit
people
to happen.
benefiting from this, but not in this country. It's like fucking Russia and China.
Yeah.
I mean, say all you will, but I mean, they do actively try to stir. Like they don't really influence. It just cause chaos. Like
Right.
maybe the Chinese are the type to like try and influence. Like fucking.
You think so?
Yeah, that's how they work. I mean, I don't know too much. about
I'd
it.
have to do more research on it.
But
I don't understand.
The Russians, like they have, of course they're doing shit. They're always there's a bunch of stuff we don't see.
There's no way they're sitting where the fuck they sit in their country, looking at us, going, like, oh, it's, that's so bad for the Americans.
Vladimir Putin has a vengeance. He worked in the KGB. He doesn't, and then, like, there's a whole idea. Oh, we should be friends with Russia and shit. We not yet. Like, he still holds, like, I feel at least that he still wants Russia to be a major power. Obviously.
Yeah.
He's president for life, man.
Yeah,
He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
True. Yeah. But I mean,
Did you see
there could be the argument.
Did you see Trump's tweet? What he tweeted on Thursday night?
That shit's so retarded.
That's the first thing that genuinely, like, in that moment, like, I fucking hated Trump. I was like, how the fuck could you tweet that? Like, that's genuinely kind of, like, really fucked up. I mean, I get what he's saying, like, oh, you know, it's a fact, you know, if you start looting, you're gonna get shooting. It's like, whatever, but, like, these are fucking American citizens, you know. These aren't fucking terrorists. Yeah, these are fucking, like, people who are really mad. Who
he didn't, like, I don't think he said anything about George Floyd until the riots happened.
No, yeah. Correct.
I mean, that wasn't the first time I hated Trump. I think the first time I, like, really hated him is, like, when fucking he did something about, I forget, it was like when California was burning. And it was...
Oh, fuck. How long ago was that?
That was, like, long ago. But he said something, like, incredibly dumb. Like, I forget. But it was... I remember I was angry because he just, like, IQ level low of what he said.
Yeah. He says some dumb
like,
shit.
No, he's like, oh, well, if... Something about the drought they were having. Well, maybe if you guys didn't... Or he's the guy that defunded the environmental program to stop the fires. Mm-hmm. But he was blaming California. But then after that the thing he said about the hand sanitizer, just drink hand sanitizer.
That was retarded.
That was like, who says that? Like, what?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't hate him for that, but that was just like, I heard that, I'm like, I'm not surprised, but that is truly fucking stupid.
Like, I don't think...
Like, drink bleach or whatever the fuck he said.
Like, I don't even hate him as, like, oh, yeah, he's racist. I hate him because he's dumb.
Yeah, that's
like, he's just this guy
stupid.
is...
Not a smart guy.
Dumb.
This guy's an actual retard.
Dude, and he tweets all the fucking time, dude.
Yeah, like, what's he doing?
I was trying to go back through his tweets to show Mikey the one that he tweeted, the one on Thursday, and it's like, oh my god, dude, he fucking tweets, like, every other 15 fucking minutes.
It's like, you know, that's like... Fuck, that breaks his concentration. Like, just going constantly on social media.
You think so?
You can't concentrate on your work.
Bro,
like
is
that.
Trump an influencer?
Yeah.
He is now.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, president is an influencer in a way.
Definitely. Of course.
That shit about, like, it is kind of hypocritical.
I mean, like, just people view it differently. Like, people on social media, they're talking all about, you know, like, white silence and all that shit.
White silence.
Have you seen all that stuff?
Like, yeah, if
you're
not saying anything, you're racist.
You're racist, yeah. And, you know, I read stuff like that. Like, a lot of fucking people are posting shit like that right now.
It's kind of cringe.
I mean,
I had to post something like that just because...
A lot of people are feeling obliged and, like, guilty. And so they're posting stuff like that. I personally haven't posted, like, any white silence stuff because I don't feel like it's something that's effective in helping.
True, it's not... I mean, if you don't have
for sure.
If you don't have a decent following, I only have 100 followers. What's that gonna do?
Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can see where they're coming from with, like, the white silence stuff. Like, I do think you should be somebody who you know is not cool with racism, right? Like, it's not cool to be with racism, but at the same time, like, you're like rejecting a lot of fucking people, like people who aren't really politically involved, and they see this like, oh, okay, I guess they see me as a racist. Like, they just don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like, okay, I guess I'm a racist now. Like, why the fuck would I ever want to be with these guys? They think I'm racist no matter what. So
yeah,
I mean, but I just don't see it as being effective for what they really are trying to do, which is like the goal for these people is to end racism. You know, and that's hard, but I mean, it's a good goal.
Maybe right? I don't even think that's like simplifying too much. It's like, I think there's people out there that want to end police brutality, and that's not just for black people, but it's proportionately black people, right?
Yeah.
But it's also like, I don't know, I think your goal can't be to end racism.
Yeah, because it's not going to be that simple.
Yeah, well, you have to.
It's really not gonna be that simple.
I mean, like, it seems like the people think that, like,
racism, maybe
they're like, oh, we're gonna, like, protest and we're gonna end this systematic racism built into our society, as if they can do that over the course of, like, a couple weeks.
It's not
I said,
possible.
yeah, no.
I think most people know that.
Yeah.
I think people are mostly just venting their
I mean,
frustrations.
right now I'm
Probably
just
don't
like,
wanna believe
It's
it.
kind of like that one meme where it's like SpongeBob and Patrick in like the burning city.
Yeah,
They're like,
it's
"We
all
solved
over, yeah.
racism."
Save the city.
I've seen it. But I mean, I still want to go and I still want to be a part of it because I do think that George Floyd's death was just incredibly fucked up. Should not have happened.
Wafatuda says the white silencing. He says it's a form of self-hatred and is extremely self-destructive.
Oh yeah, fucking Ted Kaczynski talks about shit like that. Yeah,
It's destructive.
it's
It just makes you seem like a retard. That's kind of it.
it's destructive as in what the fuck? I'm trying to think about how Ted Kaczynski fucking explained it.
it just
Because that was a valid point. I mean, he was fucking killing people, but he had a few valid points. The way he described it was something like, it's destructive because it's almost like you're diminishing your self-worth and like what you could be offering. Like you're giving yourself to something that it's almost like a form of like conformism. It's I should go back and read it. I might be totally off. It's been a little bit since I read it, but
I need to read it. So
yeah, it's interesting. He's got some good points because he talks about like industrial society, which is like we live in a really advanced industrial society right now, right? And what he talks about, the points he brings up are interesting because they're like the core issues, like just core issues, like psychological issues. And it's like, yeah, I think maybe if we try to assess how industrial society affects people, how it affects masses of people, we might have a better chance at figuring this shit out.
yeah,
I don't think we should be like Ted Kaczynski and reject it and like just all go fucking Bear Grylls style.
I
Sure, people could we could do that, but
can everyone do that at the same time?
no.
No,
There's not
right?
We
there's not
can't.
places to go.
And there's too
Or
many
like,
people.
yeah, no, you can't feed. The only way we can feed this many people is by industrial
Yeah,
society.
exactly. Which is why we have to figure it out, or we're just gonna collapse, and the people who make it out are just gonna have to figure it all out again,
Yeah.
from square one, or square fucking 13, wherever the fuck they end up at.
Oh shit.
It's something we have to seriously.
I mean, that's
assess.
like. I was thinking about that, the paradoxical nature of humans. We just like, if we tore it all down, we would just rebuild it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just have something inside us, just a drive to keep going.
To keep going.
So that's
but
why-
also we're also cavemen,
Yeah.
and like fucking that plays a lot into our daily lives. Just the instincts we had over 40,000 years ago still play into our lives.
Yeah.
I think.
It's clear though that the instinct to be productive and to create is a little bit more powerful than it is to destroy, or we wouldn't have gotten this far. Like if we were more
Right.
if we were more prone
I
to
see what you're
destroy,
saying.
we wouldn't have gotten this far. Like we just wouldn't be here.
But I mean, to create is to destroy
In a way, yeah,
because
in a way.
we're destroying. I mean, that's different, I guess.
It's
but
different,
We're destroying our environment by you're right.
you're right.
Yeah.
Like we're by destroying our environment, we're creating.
Yeah.
It kind of it's interesting how shit like that feeds into each other.
This is bad country.